అని అనుకోకుండా చేశారు. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ మ్యామ్ ఫర్ కమింగ్ ఓవర్ హియర్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. కొంతమంది ఇద్దరు ముగ్గురు చప్పట్లు కొడుతున్నారు, మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు ఎస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
You can.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vivek. Thank you.
A new perspective and as a recap can work. First of all, thank you so much, everyone on the dais, and it's my honor and privilege to moderate a show with such dignitaries. So, now Direct India Direct Selling Association and Elite are doing really very good job. In fact, I think for direct selling we can see a huge jump in the percentage of lady entrepreneurs coming forward, and which is really phenomenally well. So, I would just like to say that how many do you think on the board ultimately they reach and be successful in corporates also focusing on entrepreneurs? What is that percentage, and what are the factors you think that women can really reach that board level successfully and being there with elan and poise and being savvy there? So I'll start with everyone. Can we have another mic, please?
Hi, Pratika, and namaskaram to everybody. I feel, we have women who start at the base level, and at the bottom of the pyramid, we have a lot of women workers. But as we go towards the top, the number reduces a lot. And like you said, one of the biggest factors for this, I think, is the societal pressures and the family pressures that are there. So woman starts working, but when it comes to marriage, there are a lot of people, in families who don't like the woman to work after marriage, or also for the fact that they take a break for childbirth to nurture the family. The way we've been conditioned is to put everybody else's needs before ours. And therefore, when women take a break, I think it's more difficult for them to get back. So when they get back into the working cycle, it becomes a little difficult, and people, companies have to be more accommodating about that. And there's another quality, there's a research that shows that women don't do peer-to-peer networking, which is needed to go to the top, and men do that very well. But on the other hand, I think women do a lot of emotional bonding very well, and that is why I feel that direct selling does become the industry. If you see the direct selling industry, definitely you're going to find a lot of women on top.
Thank you so much. Now, you have different portfolios in your department which are which should be more accepted by women. And particular, what is the reason for that? That particular vertical under you is more, taken by women or accepted.
In fact, I feel women, as rightly mentioned by the speaker panelist here, at the bottom of the pyramid, there are a lot of women. In fact, if you look at the ministerial staff or the accounts and other things, you have a lot of them at the entry level. But as they grow into the middle level and higher levels, they are all thinning. But let me tell you one thing, what is true for a person in service, the adversity can become an opportunity for a person or an entrepreneur. For example, if I take my own career, for a woman officer to be in the service, it's so very difficult to have flexi timings. So, but when the child is young, either you take a leave or you take a posting which doesn't require so much of a time. So as you nestle down and then you take your own time, you can't again come back. But for an entrepreneur, that would be an opportunity. One of the friends was mentioning about her husband being active support, who left his job and then started working with her. That kind of a flexibility comes in for an entrepreneur, which is an advantage. I think for the service officers, it is difficult. But let me also tell you that women also face a lot of difficulties at the workplace. So that's also one reason where in addition to the family pressures and other things, women normally take a job which is 10 to 5, so you get off and then you are happy. So they are not ready to take additional responsibilities maybe when they are in the most productive age. But as they grow up, then it's not the same situation. So it's like that. When a woman starts and when they are young, marriageable age and others. In fact, I was told in one study when I was in Duke, they mentioned about a case study in Economist which mentioned about women postponing marriage in South Korea, how they demand for, similar thing like dowry and all has come down because women were in short supply. They were ready to postpone marriage for career, and because of which there were opportunities for them not to give dowry. So there are opportunities. What I mean to say is in my own vertical or in any other sphere, it's basically the balance that is required to promote your own career advancement. That becomes so very important for women.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Absolutely, the reason why we call it, balance for better. So that balance is very, very important. And I think one basic thing we should keep as a woman in mind is not always go for, go with the guilt feeling. Whatever we are doing, even women need their own strong stand in the society. So I have observed this even in office, in many forums. People, women feel guilty about being out late for work if it is required. So that guilt feeling, I think we have to get rid of it. If the man of the house can, go for tours or be late for any official professional demand. So even we, as a successful or a professional, career-oriented women, we should not feel guilty. In fact, I think if someone asked me once that, who do you think can make the best CEO? I said the mothers in the house. If you really see, they manage absolutely all the verticals what a corporate can handle all alone. So nothing can be, the strength is there, it is within, only the expression is important. So I'm coming to you. How much do you really believe in this, that women of the house can be the best of the CEOs?
I totally agree with you.
With some examples, sir.
I'll tell you. The purpose of any activity, maybe it is in the business or the society or anything, is to build some harmony in the system. Without generating the harmony, no initiative, no activity can become successful in the long run. So, as ma'am has said, a mother does this kind of harmony building activity with the family. So the very nature of activity in the system, somebody said that all businesses must be run like family. Family must be run like a business. So this is perhaps this is the way that we should go ahead. So women who have, who have the advantage of running the family have definitely the basic innate qualities of entrepreneurship. They have every, what you call the, ability to run the big businesses also. History says, and then there are a number of organizations where we can find when a woman runs the organization, the kind of happiness, the kind of wealth, the kind of, the harmony that is built into the system is enormous. So I totally agree with you. And it's only the system, and it's not the governmental systems and the societal systems, and with all these systems need to facilitate that kind of path. And definitely, because we see, in the agriculture also, more than 60% of the agricultural force was earlier managed by women. Now, similarly, when economic activity goes up, definitely there will be more and more opportunities, and then no organization can succeed without the adequate, without the active participation of women. So that's all from my side.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Ma'am, you've been many years in it. So what do you think is the split of women still proactively coming forward to take up senior roles, or maybe in startups, coming forward and having that courage to take it up? And why do you think, of course we can see a 50%, especially for direct selling, we can see a huge number, a huge increase which is happening, which is very commendable. So what do you think is the split still, and why India still needs to work on to achieve a higher percentage or number?
If I have to just talk about the corporate world, where women are moving up the ladder, the pace is not as it should be. The reasons are many, which has been discussed by all of us, because women biologically treat themselves very differently. They make sure that their life and their family is the priority. So somewhere they give the priority to the family, and they take a backseat when it comes to professional career. So, like ma'am said, in government organizations also in their verticals, as well as in private organizations, that's what happens, because they take the onus and the responsibility of bringing the child of family. Because, as I've said, they are biologically strong, they are multitaskers, and they have a unique strength, and that's what, because of which they take the lead even at home, and they take the professional career a backseat. And we have to, break that stereotype. We have to break that mindset. We have to say that, okay, as a woman, we should not be feeling guilty about it. And that is exactly what I mentored to the women force to come and join us in the organization, as well as to the distributors. I've been in direct selling industry for the last 15 years, and I have seen women doing extremely well, and they have become distributors and strong distributors, especially in the city of Hyderabad itself. I have so many examples of distributors who've been excellent in organizations like Modi Care, in organizations like Tupperware, Amdays of the world, and they have passed on the business to their progeny, their children, and they are doing really good. So it's all about your own thought process as a woman. And this mindset has to be changed, and it has to be done at the grassroots level. When I see so many women entrepreneurs here, I would like to see more women from different walks of life here, so that they get the idea of making the change. Because as a woman, we only can make the change at the grassroots level. So everybody, starting from the education, the academy, the corporate world, we all have to work together to go out in the field and make this change. The change in the women mindset, that they are capable and they can do a better job, and be a good entrepreneur, because when you become an entrepreneur, you are actually helping the economy of the country. You are giving employment to the people. Today the government is struggling to give jobs to the people. So as an entrepreneur, you are actually helping the government, helping the economy of the country to take it forward and touching more lives of the women and many people. So that is what the women's strength is. So when it comes to corporate world, to answer your question, one has to break this barrier, and it's happening. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, what do I say about you? You've been a huge inspiration for all entrepreneurs. Now, of course, India is going above the rank in the ease of doing business, from 100 to 77 to now 63. And of course, Telangana always remained at the top or second now. So, how do you think in Telangana, how easy is for women to get into business? Because still here we have seen a ratio which is not so encouraging for women in doing business. So what do you think are the factors women should keep in mind? Be courageous, bold, or they have, see, one thing we very much lack is knowing the rights. So, knowing the rights, what can be the dimension you can suggest to women here to come more into doing business alone?
A very lengthy question. Okay. I will answer you because we have started our journey. It was in a separate industrial park. But women needs are something different. We need security, we need better timings, we need some kind of comfort. We have to have a nice restrooms, and all these are requirements. And also some kind of common facilities, incubation facilities. So keeping that in our idea, and as a roadmap, we try to work out, convince government that this is what we require, and government immediately responded. In fact, Telangana government gave us an opportunity to showcase our products, and also gave land also. They supported in a lot of other systems. Like when Madam is here, I can say that even exemptions are given when women are participating in setting up industries. And this CS IPAS is helping us a lot. Today, it's a wonderful way of getting our industries registered. In just 1 week time, we get all permissions. What else you require? So, this ecosystem, not only in the state, central government is also focusing on women empowerment, economic empowerment, because we all know that GDP has to increase, there has to be women's participation. So, the Prime Minister himself is focusing on this women's participation, some Sabke Saath, some Sabka Vikas and all these things. And we are also trying to build up, see, we are not organized. So as Madam and I was discussing, MEPMA is a huge, huge platform where we can bring them into organized sector and show the importance of how you can be an entrepreneur, pay the taxes, be in an organized way, generate revenue and make profits. This is all need to be taught to them. So there's a huge sector.
What their rights are, what are the advantages for either direct selling or starting up a business for them. But we are not able to it's just because of ignorance. So how do you think it can be a very organized way of collecting things and taking up in an organized manner?
You almost hit the nail on the head when you said that the awareness is low. And in fact, if you've got to make the awareness, then it has to be really put out there. So one of the things is to literally create a movement out of it. And we've seen that when you create a movement out of something, the mass consciousness increases, the energy increases, the change comes faster. Secondly, I think we've got this beautiful medium called movies. And for example, if you take Mission to Mars, till we saw the movie, we didn't know that the team was predominantly women who did it. Or if you look at Dangal, where the father wants a son to bring the Olympic gold medal home, and the daughter does it. So when we see these things, and it's very heartening to see them, because the message goes out very clear that if that person can do it, maybe I can do it as well. So I think one of the ways would be to employ these mass communication means that people accept. And again, it becomes that, when you create a movement out of something or an awareness campaign out of something, then people are also more willing to join in, because then the energy that then comes
an opportunity, they will choose what they want. And when they choose, they will also be able to make an environment which is conducive for them to express. And from 93, 94 till now, the journey has been for women, it has been good, but one of the speakers was very right. It's not adequate, it was good. But this is the same scenario everywhere else. In fact, it is so heartening when you have this medically terminated pregnancies, if you look at, if you know that it is a girl, then immediately there is a termination. I've also seen in China, because then it is only one child norm, they just don't allow if it is a female fetus. So female feticide becomes so much. So it's not about a country or a developed country or underdeveloped country, but this is a struggle for every woman to find an expression, and I think that the change should start from within.
Absolutely. In fact, economic independence is what gives you empowerment and strength, mental strength. So unless that comes, it is very difficult to reform the society. Sir, especially coming back to the direct selling industry. So what are the challenges, main challenges you feel for a woman to cope up, whether it's single level marketing or multiple level marketing? And what can be the measures where they can really overcome that?
Basically, let me add something more than what you have enacted. See, any enterprise to become successful, there are two parameters. One is your profit-driven parameter, in the sense that the more and more profit, the more and more success rate and all that. That is one type of approach. The second type of approach is that the amount of happiness, amount of harmony, amount of good feeling that is generated in the system is another way of parameter. if you see the history of when you decide that our community, our society, our nation must flourish and everybody should become happy, it is the need of the women should be allowed and they should be allowed to lead. This is the history, and then you take the history of any nation. If you see a good nation where there is all human development indicators are very high, then there is a role, there is a leadership, there is an opportunity, there is adequate space for the women. Now the question is how we, our women entrepreneurs, can access this direct selling and all that. So this is an opportunity for in the form of direct selling. You can, the women can, overcome this kind of obstacles and then reach the direct customers and then see, if they want the better service, if they want the quality service, if they want the, value for the money that is paid, it is possible in this approach. Now that in this era, in this piece of time, this adequate facilities are there. Technology provides that kind of facility for everybody. So now the more and more women entrepreneurs should take up, and because it is no more the domain of any one gender. Now that the creating happiness in the system and adding wealth to the community is better done by the women. It is for the societies. It is particularly for the political systems and the social systems, and also the other systems that are take up more and more ventures, hitherto that were not done by many other people. This is the high time. It is the right time also to get into the various kinds of activities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Coming back to you, how, in true sense, how right is the term in India when we call breaking in the glass ceiling? And also, I'm saying because you've been a long time in HR, salary parity is still a myth, or we can really find it in development, we can see the development happening.
I don't, in my journey, sometimes I just wonder about all the discussions about salary parity, because I personally have not seen it. I think there is an equality in parity when it comes to men and women. At least in the corporate world where I worked, and I worked in a mix of multinationals and Indian manufacturing as well, I did not see a woman getting lower than a man just because she's a woman. Honestly speaking, it may be happening in certain industries, which I have read, and I don't know, probably in Bollywood and a few other industries where it may be happening. But if you ask me personally, if women are capable and they are good, they have the right competencies and skills, I have never seen a challenge for women to get lower than what a male is getting in a corporate world. Honestly speaking, as a HR, I handle compensation and payroll for people. I have never had any business heads coming to me saying that, I would like to pay extra to this man because he is a male and, I want to give this. Because of course he has to justify to me and to everyone in a business. So honestly speaking, not really. Yeah.
That's very encouraging. I'm sure everyone would feel really very happy. Rama Devi ma'am, equality, which is this year's theme also, inclusion, these terms are really very nice sounding when we come to the urban areas. But in rural areas, I think a lot of counseling and a lot of encouragement is required. So how does the counseling happen? Because I'm sure that the counseling needs to be done not only for the woman but the spouse also. So where do you find it a bit difficult, or how much convincing really you need to, impart to get them out and to make the men understand that the woman has to stand up on her feet?
I think the rural area, what my observation is, they're more empowered. Because you look at it, if you see the fields also, you find women working in the fields. And you see some kind of income generation happens in the house. Like they may be selling, they're winning, they may be selling some vegetables. They are adding to the income of the house. So there are income generation happening. but it is very unorganized, and we don't even recognize them. Going back, why women are not able to have equality is we are making them a stereotype. Like, recently I happened to handle one training program in rural areas pertaining to garments. So they want to operate on a machine, but they don't want to learn cutting. If they learn cutting, their income is more. So, but they don't go and opt for. Now, recently we are planning to make auto drivers women. Easily they can earn 20,000 rupees. Like, we have to have confidence in ourselves. Whether it is rural or urban, even here, middle class women think this is not for us. It's not that it is not for us, but everything is open to women today. There are, you have seen successful entrepreneurs even driving rockets. So this kind of, ecosystem is prevalent. So in rural areas also, what we give them, like when we collaborate with government and other donor agencies, we have to see that they generate income and make some value, whatever they make. It is our responsibility. Let us not make a stereotype, say that this is women's work. If you say, only making pickle is women's, or cooking is women's work, or taking care of children is women's. I don't say that we should not take care, but even that can be converted into an enterprise if you have a flair for it. So giving them value addition to their services is very important. How we can add on, because that is what we need to do today.
And they should understand that they are the economic support of the family also.
Yeah, and the family members so my observation is once they start making more than 10,000, they collaborate like anything. They help them. They even praise them so much, even the son and daughter says that my mother is an entrepreneur. They feel very proud to recognize them. So that recognition we need to get. It is a hard work for women, but it can happen.
Thank you so much. So I would just request everyone for one last golden word, golden sentence for the audience here, one by one. Everyone has been asked to give away.
So I'm going to quote our MD and founder for Modi Care, that's Mr. Samir Modi. He says, "Soch badlo, khud ko badlo, dunya badlo," which means change yourself, then change the world. And it really starts from within. So I just feel that there is so much power that direct selling can give to a person. And women just have to not think but act. So as a corollary to that, he also says, "Socho mat badlo." Just go ahead and do it. And I think direct selling is a perfect opportunity that gives women that growth. So don't think, go ahead. You have the potential to change your life and the lives of many people around you.
It gives a lot of confidence as well. Direct selling, when you go for it. Yes, ma'am. Last word.
My takeaway would be women shouldn't be waiting for someone to come and uplift them. So it is our way of looking at things. Express yourself and sky is the limit. I think there is nothing like somebody will deliver us or there is going to be deliverance. It's not that way. Everything is self-help. Thank you.
Thank you so much. One last one, sir.
There's nothing like women can do this and that women cannot do like this and all that. Everything that is possible under the skies can be done by the women. Nothing is there. So be a giver all the time, be a giver and don't entertain the idea of seeking and all that. You are fully energetic, you have every capability to give and give. So start doing how do you want to give. That is the only way that you can accept. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Keep up on the line.
I would like to say that this should not be the end, but this should be the beginning. Let's all write a vision that we all have to move out of this room to touch more lives, more entrepreneurs. So Golden Telangana actually becomes Golden Telangana for Telangana. And of course, the entire India. Let's have more women entrepreneurs. Let's change a lot of women. Let's work together. Let's not end here. We have to grow and we have to start from here. That's mine.
Thank you so much. I think we need to be together and we need to move, as a team. We are not alone. And focus on people, planet, and partnerships should be your focus. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll take 3 questions from the floor. Anyone, you've been entitled with all the women. We are just empowering him. So that was quite positive.
I represent 70,000 women as being the principal secretary of the Women and Child Welfare Department. Behind me there are 70,000 women.
Thank you. It was really passionate, and each one of us had a different journey, as I was hearing to Madam also, empower other women. And today coming to motivation, Madam, generally in the urban side, women all, as Ramagaru said, urban women really needs to come forward to help others grow. But this is not happening in Telangana, Madam. If I see, we are all centric, right? Okay, I grow, but we have no other time to take forward to encourage other women to grow. But why is this happening, Madam? Because we all being self-centered, rather, I can say. So, but we should encourage more women coming forward. So this can also be possible by the government, because as we say, there should be a public policy for women manufactured products where they can buy. That really encourages other women. Okay, fine. This also has given a hand-holding support for others. So these kind of things where the government also can think across for having this public policies for women, purchase preference policies at the board. So I request you to give a thought on that, because that will encourage more of entrepreneurship coming forward. Thank you.
In fact, when the whole vision of Bangaru Telangana is assured, Kavita Rajesh's apprehension is already in. As even Mrs. Ramadevi was mentioning about, if we have to get the surpluses, as I mentioned to you, Bangaru Telangana is nothing but whatever we are doing, if we are doing better, and the incremental growth that is happening is going to contribute to the wellness or the prosperity of the state, and that is what is Bangaru Telangana. So that is where we are looking at 50% of the population who are, like we have been discussing about disguised unemployment. Though they are contributing, it is never into economic terms. So, but definitely government is propelled and recognizes this fact, and there are a lot of opportunities available. As I mentioned to you, one is in municipal administration. When we are talking about, we are taking governance to the doorstep of women to actually take and then become a mayor of a city. She will be able to define what is required for that particular city. In another case, if I look at TS IPAS is such a universal framework where entrepreneurs can get permissions without running to different pillar to post and getting their approvals all only through your smartphone or your through a kiosk where you can go and file your application. So these are certain things, irrespective, though it is not talking about the gender focus, but definitely it is making jobs easier, and women can get onto that platform. That's why I said that it's not like somebody is going to help you. There is an environment that is conducive for growth, and women should actually take their opportunity. But well said, if there is still a need, there are departments which are working on empowerment and institution building. Definitely it will be taken forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and beautiful audience. Thank you so much
for one person, madam, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's almost like we are fighting for it. It has to be a decision of Government of India.
That's right.
The taxpayers should get some kind. We may get answer from for your. I think you should have asked Nirmala Sitharaman.
Yeah. They were not given the opportunity that day. I sent the question to her. And we need the 50% reservation in the lawmakers group, because otherwise we won't get it. So we want the reservation for the Parliament, Assembly, and everything.
Okay, which we see the morning where suddenly the Women's Day is coming. I sincerely feel 8th March should not only be celebrated as Women's Day. Women's Day is every day. The power is there, the dormant strength is there. We don't recognize it, we don't come out. First, believe in yourself. We should believe in ourselves first. Get up in the morning and say, we are the best. Of course, we can do better. That will only give us the inner strength. Building up the inner strength in you is very important. Shed all inhibitions. whether I can compete with a man. We have seen examples. Today's news says we have the first woman lieutenant general. We have women going to space. Singarni Colliery, they have got the High Court order to, for women miners. So from space to the mines, we are everywhere. I don't think we should ever feel we are less secure, we are less privileged. We are privileged. Just bring out the best in you. Get up in the morning and say, we rock. Thank you, everyone.
We are very confident and we are doing everything. But coming to the policies, again, Madam has told, this Madam has told, there should be some checking policy, preference policy, and preference of purchasing from us. That should be there. If that is not there, see, every corporate office is having 2% or 5%, like 2% for women. They have to procure from us, but no company is doing that. And who is checking that? That is very important, first point. And the other point is, when they are coming to us, seeing our facilities, they feel that we are inferior to the other facilities which are having men. So they are not procuring for us because of, even though we are giving good quality equal to them, still they are thinking that we are inferior to their products. So that means we can't even manufacture a good product or a quality product to them. So how do you check them?
I think maybe ma'am, you can just organize for a workshop which will be really, all this, because it's very difficult to clarify all the concerns. And when it comes to a policy, it cannot just happen in one day. It has to be a system and it should cascade down. So anyone, ma'am, you want to answer?
See, as you said rightly, there are certain practices, so whatever we say, we the government will say certain things, that's a different issue. But the society is not this perfect society. Let us all agree that. It is a discriminatory society. It is a society dominated by certain biases. All these things are there. The question is that, but the ultimate truth is that the excellence will prevail, the hard work will prevail, sincerity will prevail, and the quality will prevail. Particularly in our system, because our Indian system and all that, because of the heritage that we have received from the past and all that, we have not yet perfected. Let us all be very, very clear on that. We have not perfected. The number of policies are required to promote the women entrepreneurs, women participation in the political leadership, and also the economic activities also. This is a long way to go. So as you said rightly, there are proactive policies are more and more needed. But again, it comes from the society itself. If the society wants the better way of handling the matters, yes, they need to identify certain more and more good policies and then encourage it. As you said, yes, there should be a preference from the procurement, there should be some preferential treatment. All these things are required to see that the level playing field is made equal to everybody. So, yeah, I agree with you, Dr.
Everybody is doing like this, Procter & Gamble. But when coming to the orders, they are not even giving us. They are not even considering us. So that is a fact going on the market. So this point, as a government official, you have to highlight it.
We do agree that there is a role for the government to do this kind of proactive approach. Yes, there is a role, there is a need also. We need to do something.
చెప్పట్టు కొడుతూ ఉండాలండి. ఇంకొక 2 minutes తర్వాత మీకు అందరూ నచ్చుతారు ఖచ్చితంగా. And I request Rajat Banerjee. And taking your name at the last, I would request Rajat Garu and Kavita Rajesh Garu both together to present the memento. Sir. Gatika Chapattali, please. To all the beautiful ladies, it was wonderful being with you all. మీరందరూ కూడా బాగా ఈ సెషన్స్ అన్ని ఎంజాయ్ చేసినట్టయితే ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ లాస్ట్ టైం గట్టిగా చెప్పండి ప్లీజ్.